All right, welcome back. Now time for us to discuss the topic for today. You know, say today we they actually celebrate women. So we get a casual woman in the house where her story go definitely inspirates you today, inspire you, but inspirate in pidgin, you understand? Yeah. So our story is a very inspirational story. Join me welcome Mary Ero inside the house.
Welcome to the Talk studio.
Good to have you in the house.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now you get a very interesting story where we say a lot of us jump on top the story on top Instagram when they show appreciation to a certain Nigerian artist, Banky W, by the way, and the second person being
Lola Alfiebi, right?
Yeah, yes, for the goodness what they do to you during the time where you day at a very low place.
Yeah.
Tell us about the story.
Oh, wow. How many minutes we get? Okay, make I talk.
We have a lot of time.
Okay. 8 years ago, I can't say something happened. I can't get below.
Something happened.
Something must happen.
I like that.
At that time, I did work for one company where they call MTV, and yeah, I thought at that time I think everything did okay. You know, I get good job, I did better place for my life. You know, I been get one better man at least. So I think. Now when I come announce say the belle don't enter, bros concha, you know, and then as if that one not reach, my landlord can say, you can't drive all of us come off for house, and that time I just pay rent, so I don't understand. What happened was that he don't sell that house to somebody. So every night when I go house, then we don't demolish one part, you know. So it was really scary. So I can't go hotel. Then as time they go on now, you know, they register for antenatal until you are 3 months. When I can't go register for antenatal, they can't do test, all the blood tests. Can't tell me say, sister, you are HIV positive.
Wow.
You know, it was that was really tough in my life. Try this pidgin English hard.
Speak the English.
But
Okay,
yeah,
just speak the English.
but yeah. So but I still they try to manage. They go to my job and everything. And many people don't know say this thing happen. You know. Then, when I was 6 months pregnant, around that time, my office they act funny. First of all, at 3 months, I did very sick. You know, as a lot of women, you know, happen to have illnesses during pregnancy. And I was throwing up. At one point, 1 week, I can't lose 14 kg at once, you know. I found out I had the stomach virus and all that, you know. But I managed to go on. And even my boss was saying, you did try, this girl, I'll take care of you, you know. But at 6 months, I began to see that there were a few problems in the office with me. The boss, my supervisor in South Africa would ask me, why are you going for antenatal? And why are you not coming back to work when you go? And I come and say, but that's Nigeria now. Antenatal is a whole day, because before you sit down with the old people and everything, you know. Then they come ask me, say, do I expect to go on maternity leave? I can't wonder which kind of question that. Am I expected to give birth in the office? You know? They said if I go on maternity leave, I should not expect to be paid. You know, so all those things were the things that built up before the final situation. Towards December of 2009, my contract, that time we did do contract for that company. My contract can't expire. And a normal thing to just renew your contract, you know, after this thing. My supervisor can say, okay, you won't renew your contract. I said, oh yeah. He said, okay, make I talk to HR, then send you the letter. He can't come back and say, the money we are at the end, that's $2,000 a month and 5 days a week. Say whether that one a deal breaker, whether I go still want to end that one. I say I made them still try increase them now. You know, normal negotiation.
Yeah.
You can't say it was nice working with you.
Just
And
like that.
Just like that. At that time, everything can't add up. I can't
That was a
realize
strategy.
saying a strategy. You know, I even tried. I tried to tell him, but you know, that was what I was earning before. I mean, it was like, I'm sorry, my hands are tied or something in that line. So I knew that they wanted me out.
Wow.
It was just basically about the liability of a pregnant woman not being in that. That's what I saw.
I want us to take it back before we go forward
Yeah.
now, because I know say a lot of ladies where they out there, some of them don't actually get pregnant or carry belly at a time in their life where they're not even hope or wish that they go actually carry belly. At what age were you when you discovered that you were pregnant, first of all?
Okay, this man won't reveal my age now. Okay.
Sorry.
No, but I think I was 32.
You were
I was 32, yes. Yes.
So tell us, when you discovered, say, that you were pregnant, what was your reaction at first? Did you plan of taking the baby out or?
No, I had no, there was no plan. Because at 32, I can't feel, say, who go beat me now? My father will not flog me anymore. If he can't, if he tried, I would like to see him try because I'm big,
yeah.
you know. But beyond that, I felt it was really stupid at 32. You know, why would you do that? You know, I also felt like, I get better job, I get everything. I can take care of this child if anything happens. So why I won't go, you know, what would be the motivation? What will make me go do that kind of thing? That's not to say that I have anything against people who make that decision. Yeah. But when I talk to them, at that time, I just felt I don't mature enough to, even if I not get husband, I don't mature enough to be able to take care of a child. So there was no reason. But to be honest, I did fear too, because being pregnant is not a serious thing, no be small thing, you understand. So
how did the baby daddy take the news?
He ran. he ran away.
Till
He
now.
wanted me, yeah, till now. He wanted me to have an abortion. And when I didn't agree, he...
Was he a young guy? Because I'm wondering.
He was 4 years older than me.
Wow. 4 years older than you?
Yeah, but the story is that at that time, I was not... You see, there are many things about my whole life. I was very naive about many things. And, we have to go way back. Mm-hmm. When I was 13, or going on 14, I was sexually abused by my uncle, my grand uncle, who was a priest. You know, and it had very devastating effects on me. It had a ripple effect all over my life. I didn't even know that this was what I was reacting to until much later. I couldn't even talk about it until 14 years later, actually.
So you didn't tell anybody that your uncle sexually abused
I told a teacher in school who took it very well. God bless him. He's still alive. You know, but that's about the only person. I couldn't. How do you tell someone that your uncle, who is a priest, your grandmother's brother, succeeded in sleeping with you? And not just sleeping with you, he would punish you if you refused.
What?
Yes. Because you know how you take your children to people's houses for holidays, which is why I rarely allow that kind of thing happen with my child. You know, and so over these 14 years, I began to rebel. I found myself filled with intense rage, and in some way I was promiscuous. I wouldn't say promiscuous because it's not like, oh, I was looking for a man to sleep with, but I was easy. Yeah. You understand? Because I guess there was something I was searching for, and that's something I need to say now. Usually when there's a young girl who seems promiscuous and angry, check that girl's history. She has been sexually abused. And the funny thing, the statistics in Nigeria tell us that 1 in 3 girls have been sexually abused.
I personally go even say 1 in 2 because they become
because
very
plenty, not a plenty.
Yeah, these days.
You know, so I think maybe along that way, that's where I got the illness, or maybe later. I don't even know. I don't even care. Because when people ask you, you know, you were asking that, yes. They asked me that time, say, where you foresee him? I don't know. Because I don't even they check, because if I find where I see him, maybe I'll go give them back. I don't get them, I don't finish. You understand? So it's to move forward from there, you know?
But I just heard the news now as at then, you hear the news say you're pregnant, and you're trying to deal with that, and then you heard another one that you're sick with HIV.
Yes.
How do you take to actually handle these two information?
Yeah. You know, the way that I take and I'll say I get HIV, that one, another story. So I get many stories to tell.
Oh my goodness.
Bag of story. You see, I did go this doctor, private hospital, where I register. The man come tell me, say, congratulations, you're pregnant. Now we go do another test to determine HIV. He can't do the test for your office, or rather for your hospital. And it was inconclusive. When they call say inconclusive, so you know, show say I did negative, you know, show say I did positive. So they can't send them. That time, if you want to do serious HIV test, you will send them go loot. Loot now the only hospital when they do serious test. So they can't send them go loot. And it take 2 weeks that time because the medicine where they take them, you know, plenty like that, you understand? So that 2 weeks now, the worst 2 weeks of my life. I did wait, you know. And then you can call me for phone, say, your results don't come. Say, come my office. When this is very funny. When I come into my office, like from the door, I can't see him. He puts head for hand. They look down. On top in table, they this folder. Inside the table, very bold letters, maybe font size 80, then write HIV positive.
Why so large?
With red. I don't see them from door. So as I come sit down, the head still their hand. Then come close the folder. I come begin say, you see, I say, I did touch him. It's okay, I've seen it.
What? And you answered it like that?
So now you they cancel.
They comfort the doctor. And the doctor will say, hey, thank God, he now pulled out handkerchief wipes.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it was the most ridiculous thing. And so because of that situation, I can't need to be strong. If my doctor cannot be strong, then I can, do you understand? Somebody has to be strong. You know, so it was later that I began to feel, oh gosh, woe is me, my life is gone, everything is empty, you know. It wasn't even more of a thing, I wasn't really thinking, oh, nobody's going to want me anymore, but I was just thinking that, you know, I'm finished.
How your family and friends receive this news about you?
Okay, that's that's very interesting. Let me start with family. Kudos to my mom, because after a few weeks, my mom don't hear say I get belly. Every day she was calling me. You know, but at some point I had to tell her about this thing. I think I was almost 7 months when I told her about the HIV. And I was weeping and I was saying, Mommy, I'm sorry, I've disgraced you, I'm sorry. And she was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You want to kill yourself? What is wrong? She was in Benin, I was in Lagos. You know, this is very emotional for me. I remember that now because I'm currently with her now. So remember this
so when you leave here, you can go
I'll go beg her now.
Yes.
So she was like, what is wrong with you? Stop this. Who told you you are disgraced? What is wrong with you, you know? I said, it's okay, you know? And then she later came when I won't give birth. That giving birth now, no, that story. My story plenty of. So anyway, so when she come, at some point, we can't go another hospital. That doctor, where they treat me before, I no confit use him. And I had to go to a public hospital because I not get job again. I couldn't pay him. And I was supposed to do CS for his office in establishment. But because I not can't get money, you know, I don't feel down. I can't go to the public hospital. Now I can't find, say, all the drugs, where I paid him $100 a month to collect. Saying wrong drugs they give me for pregnancy.
Oh, no.
It was even God. Now God pushed me go to that public hospital. You know, and it was there. They now said, the only way you fit do here now to deliver, we not fit treat this prevention of mother to child. But thank God, my child is not positive. You know. Anyway, so Nadia they counsel me. They counsel me proper counseling, not be the one we then do for the private hospital. So my mother was outside. And I did not say, bring your mother in now. You know, does she know? And I said she knows. Hey, bring her in. Why are you leaving her outside? They can't bring her. She sit down. They can't tell her everything. She said, she know. But she don't say, so treatment no day for this thing. Cure no day for this thing. The woman said, no. But she will just take drugs for the rest of her life. My mother can't say, I'm hypertensive. I take drugs for the rest of my life. So waiting can be the difference. You know. And since then, you know, it's been like that. But I know that she tell my brothers because not me tell them.
So how did your brothers take it? Because Mom, she actually
till today, I don't even know. If not that one of them told me I know, I would not even have known that they knew because they don't treat me differently. There's no. I don't think my family is like that really, and I think I'm lucky in that sense. You know, I think I'm lucky in that sense.
What about friends?
Your friends? Yes.
Sorry.
Good. My friends, many of them, some of them, until that post, they don't even know.
Oh,
Yeah.
onto this post, so you
Well,
post
okay,
just
no,
few days
not that
ago?
post. In 2016, December 1st, World AIDS Day, that was when I actually came out publicly and talked about it. Until that post, many people don't know. Even some not even see that post. Like Banky now, that one, you not see that post until this last one.
Yeah,
you know?
I saw Banky W post.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, I didn't even know. I just helped you.
Yeah. Many people don't know, and some of them are really angry with me that I didn't tell. But, you know, I was in hiding for a long time because there's this thing about, I'm HIV, my life is finished, I'm ashamed. And, you know, it's just a human thing. So I not tell many people. But the ones that I know now, but once I came out, my goodness, I've never seen people receive somebody with so much love. You know, everywhere I heard, you are such a strong woman. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You know, my friends kept writing, I stand with Mary, I stand with Mary, I stand with. It was overwhelming. Not just that, I got money from people, you know. And not besides I write for money. There was one actually sent to me, I didn't send me your account number, you cannot say no. You know, just like that. You know, it's been overwhelming from my friends. overwhelming.
Now tell me, what didn't give you the courage to come out? Because you talk, say you stay in hiding for such a long time, for years.
Yeah.
Now, what didn't prompt you to say, you know what, I know they hide again. Make
life.
them know.
Sure.
Anything where they won't talk, make them talk.
Yeah. Not be one thing. When in 2015, I actually started drugs. Now another story. I left one job I had to do in 2014. I can't leave them. I can't go. I resigned because they treat me well. I can't work. You understand? After that, I can't say, look, let me start taking care of myself. I can't go public hospital for treatment. Man, the public hospital treatment, and I have to say this here, is terrible. I don't know if it has changed now, but people were treated like cows. At some point, I contemplated suicide because I thought, how do you, if in the hospital system you treat people like this, then what is the point? Do you understand?
Explain the treatment to us.
We had to get there like 5 a.m. in the morning, to wait till 3 or 4 hours to see doctors by 9. Who came in by 9, right? When we can't see the doctor not going to even look you, go just look your card. What's your treatment? What's your complaint? Any complaint? Okay, go. It doesn't even, as in there's no personal. When they call your name for card, that time, I don't know if I hope they've changed it. If you are calling your card name and you don't answer, they throw it on the ground. So many things they were doing, People
Is it just for HIV patients?
Yes, because all of us were gathered in one place. And then I noticed something again. The people who were there, who were receiving treatment in public hospitals, are people from the lower class. There was no rich person. So obviously, some rich people are getting treated somewhere else. Do you understand what I mean? So everybody else was a herd. There was a cow herded into that. Man, it was really bad. And then you had to wait that long, all day for that. If you were on drugs, you had to also go into another line. So imagine sleeping in that kind of situation, morning till night. I thought to myself that I would never take drugs because they wait for you for your CD4, which is the amount of whatever virus in your system, to lower before they give you drugs. That's normal practice because the drugs are not many.
Okay.
So you literally wait till you're dying before they give you drugs, right? That's not the hospital thing.
It's normal.
Well, not normal, but it's a Nigerian thing because the drugs are limited. Or it's an African thing, let's put it like that. We don't get our drugs from Nigeria. Drugs are sent by donor agencies, and so they have to limit it to people who actually need it. That's the truth, which is another problem, But going back to that, so I said to myself, if I ever get to that situation, I'd rather die than stay in another line and be treated like an animal again because of drugs. And this brings me, I'll answer your point, but this brings me to a point to explaining why I did this. There are many people outside who are taking that option and sticking to it, who are saying, I go rather die than say, make people they abuse me for even inside hospital. And that's why this disease is spreading. But until people like me come out, can't say, look, we no need to die. There's nothing wrong. We not kill person. Now sick, we sick, Then people will take this treatment seriously. That was one thing. The second thing was, after I made that thing, I wrote to a website I saw online. I told them on the community side because I was tired of this thing. I needed treatment and I couldn't be going to this place anymore. Luckily for me, they responded to me. And they sent me to a private hospital. It was like going from Oshodi to VI. Somebody, my sister, enter AC, sit down, treated like a human being. Do you want water? Do you understand? I was like, hey, so this life can exist like that. Wow. And then when I was actually being counseled, because you have to be counseled before you take drugs, they wanted to start me off on drugs immediately. They weren't waiting for me to die before I get drugs.
Wow.
They want to start me off immediately, but of course they give you counseling because you are not supposed to miss those drugs. So you need to be told, to be talked to. You need to talk to yourself and to be talked to be sure that,
You take it every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we still get Mary Arrow in the house, a very strong woman. I call her King Woman. Tatiana too see her as a King Woman too. But we're going to need to buy a small break. And when we come back after the break, she will tell us how she and Banky W take meet. Because now it make me see her story online. When I just see her and say, oh, I met with Banky W, you give me money. I say, how much you give you? When we come back, we'll find out how much Banky give her. Will they come back?
Yes, welcome back. We still get Mary Arrow, the King's woman in the building. She's a survivor of different stories. True. From when she get beleo to when she find out one baga news say, you know what, you get HIV to the point where it say she don't even get house to stay and she don't actually encourage us in different forms.
True.
But now we want to ask how much, you know, I like money, how much Banky W actually give her, because she put story online, say Banky help her to come out of her dark place in life.
Tell us about the
Time for your
encounter with
tithes.
Banky W.
Pay your tithes.
Okay, with Banky, but I want to talk something. No, there's a little thing I want to say, please. Can I mention the people who helped me? I really need to talk about them.
Sure.
All right, please.
When that time when I did Dark Place and they sent me go Better Hospital, they're called Tears.
Tears.
Tiers. Okay. And they had this website online that was called Is There Anyone Out There? Which is very funny.
Is it a Nigerian company?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I really, they're very important to make I mention their name.
No, very important. You wrote to them, they replied.
I just filled the form online, and the guy called me, and he was like, "No, please, don't kill yourself."
I'll check it out.
You know. So anyway,
yeah.
How much Banky gave me, Haba? A good girl.
No, just
never
tell us the
tells
encounter
now.
with Banky.
Yeah.
Say a good girl never
A good girl
tells.
never tells. But anyway. The encounter with Banky, what encounter? I've known Banky for the duration of my stay, my job in MTV. I've known him since 2000 and, which time? 2008, I'll be 2009, yeah? When I come to MTV. You know, he was a nice guy, like every other musician, you know, where they come. He was a nice guy, you know. I remember one thing where you stand out particularly, and I went in to this, you they do me strong thing. Yeah. You can't bring the video. You know, you say, I have something to show you. Me and my boss that time, come play him. I want to ask him a question. You go say, shh, quiet, watch it first. You know, I remember that encounter very well, you know. He was a nice person. I just thought so. And that was how I met him. And we just got along. At some point, he won't shoot Lagos party. He can't invite me because it was a crowded thing, like a party thing. And he said, make I come. I not come show up. Can't tell me, send me, that time BBM, say, Mary, you not show up for our party. And I say, Banky, make I talk to you, I'm pregnant. And I can't come for night thing. Say, if I know, if I not even invite you, no, you know. So I guess maybe remembering that one, when I can't reach out to him, I don't even know what I tell him, but I don't tell him anything about the disease or anything about the illness or any, you know, I don't tell him anything about that. Maybe I tell him, say, I won't get house or I did trouble or something. That's the next morning. Banky, person called me, Banky called me, saying they my gate. It was before 7 a.m.
And it was not made then.
No,
it was okay. It was okay,
it was okay, but not like now at all. Yes. You know, that time you just buy a new car because that time they would drive one small car, but you just buy one other better, smaller, better. But you know, it wasn't like made at all. But and let me tell you, lucky that time, not be now. They don't get roads like now. So for him to have driven all the way to Magodo that early morning, I knew that it was something. You know, he came, he gave me, and more importantly, he gave me cash. And I'm not going to tell you how much. And more importantly, he hugged me and everything. And then that guy never asked me. Till today, he never asked me, say, Mary, that money, what do you do? Oh, what do you want to come do? Or he go see me. After that, I try to do other jobs. I go meet him when I do some other events, you know. I go call him. He never do like say, oh, new phone, who this? Or, excuse me, do I know you from somewhere? Banky has always been, hey, Mary, what's up? You know, he will hold his hands out for me to hug. Always nice, always respectful, always, you know.
And you don't ask for anything in return?
No, we didn't want to ask Kosha.
That's some people go to say, if I give you money, you give me something in kind.
No, Banky, I'm not.
No, just ask him because now people go talk now, say, now woman you be that, now why Banky help you?
Never. That one, I doubt it. Besides, I'm way older than him. It's not even, John starts, it's so not that thing at all. The thing is, the thing that made me write that post, where it can go viral. Now, say, on Sunday, Abi? Not be Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday.
Yeah.
I go City Mall with my daughter. So as we just enter, I can't see Banky. They do photograph for that place, that phone place where they represent. So I told my daughter, make me go say hi to my friend. As I just reached there, I just grabbed my daughter. Hey,
you remembered?
Because we see each other all the time.
Okay.
He just grabbed my daughter, say, hey, Mary, you can't give me kisses on my cheek. He can't say, when they tell my daughter, I say, I knew your mother when you were pregnant, when she was pregnant with you. He can't say, where's your camera? Me, I don't even plan to make her take picture. Now I can't take picture. He said, how are you? He can't say, she's a beautiful girl. You have really done a good job.
Oh.
That thing, it made small make I cry. The way I left there, I was like, hey, let me leave you to do the job. But I won't cry, because what a person. What a person. Because he could easily say, oh, hey, what's up? You know how many people have done that one to me?
Yes, girl.
What's up, Because when I was in MTV, I was king. Everybody, they call me now. Some say I know they won't answer their phone because they're wala too much. You know what I mean? But as that thing can't happen, most of them, a lot of them disappear. But I'm not speaking of people now because some people don't they ask me, say, you mean this person? Please. Leave my friends alone. No. The friends I still have now were there, but they did not know. Yeah. But the people I'm even speaking about, many of them are no longer, popular. But Banky could easily have done that because he's been rising. And he could easily have said, who is this one? But he didn't. Also, my friend Funlola. I don't know, that one. Anyway, I don't think she knows she's a star. So that's part of her problem.
She just sees herself as a person.
Yes, as a person.
Other people
where they help
happy.
people.
That's
So she feels saying her job she did do.
I know.
So she's just.
I know.
Yeah, so.
Very nice. And Banky W, you are a good person. Anyway.
He is.
You are a good person.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Man, top. Okay. Now tell us about the plans where you get. Moving on from here now, this whole blessings and lessons where life don't throw your way, what's in be the next thing for you?
Okay. See as I find. Hey, now wow.
Okay, really?
But seriously,
she's very like that. She's very.
Anyway, when I announced in 2016, when I announced when I come out, tell everybody, say, this is the issue. They're planned already there.
Okay.
Most of last year, 2016, I did India.
Okay.
When then tell me say I did HIV positive. The only thing where I get at my disposal now, writing. I write well. It tends to attract a lot of attention. So I began to write as an anonymous writer living with HIV. All the experiences. I did not know. I don't know that time. Say people they follow them. I had an enormous following. And now from that following, they can't find me, can't say, make I come in there for a training. I had to do send in a test and all that to bots. I can't pass them. And they gave me 1 year training in setting up a social venture. And my plan when I was going there was, we need to get the drugs to people who are HIV positive without them coming to the humiliation of the public hospitals. That was my plan.
Okay.
When I can't reach there now, because of how they do and everything, they say, Auntie, na media you do. You are a media person. This hospital where you won't do, it not fit you. And I had to rethink my plan, and I can't get another plan, which is what I'm doing on the side. I run an NGO that teaches young women living with HIV to become TV producers. And the idea is this. One, we go attack this disease from the front and from the back. People where they say, hey, HIV, then go see us, and they will know that HIV know they kill, we know they die. We're not people who are dying. Do you understand? Then also people who they run from testing. Because Nigeria has the second highest rate of infection because people are afraid. Yeah, when they see people like us, then go say, okay, maybe it's possible to live, you understand? And that thing is, we are probably the only country in Africa, I think, who are having children who are dying of HIV, of AIDS. And even look at me now, I was given the wrong drugs, but my doctor is negative. So there's really no reason why a child should die from this illness. But it's our carelessness.
It's preventable.
Yes. So that's why I'm dealing with women particularly, especially women of childbearing age, attacking it from that perspective. Now, why TV production? Because that's what I be my job from the first day. And I think I credit it to giving me the confidence that I have now, because this training has a way of putting you. Sure. Even when you can, you're shy, but you can pretend to be, what I mean? You can block out with it, So that's what I'm doing. And that's the plan going forward.
That's really, 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 really laudable. Thank you so
very
much for sharing with us.
Very quickly, just as you don't bless us with your bulk of knowledge, I won't bless you with beauty tips as well. So listen attentively. Now, if you want to clean your makeup brushes, you need to make sure, you clean them very well to avoid a build-up of bacteria and makeup residue. Now, you fit purchase makeup brush cleaner from any drug or beauty store, or you fit simply use your shampoo and conditioner to clean your brushes. All you need to do is put them inside water, swish, 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 until all the residue of makeup and bacteria don't come out, and then you dry them in a very clean environment, and your brush, they're ready for you to use.
Simple as ABC.
Yeah.
Now let's come back to you, Maria. Tell us about how people feel reach your foundation.
Okay.
Because I love what they do.
Okay, my foundation, my NGO.
NGO.
Foundation now who they give money. I beg, I don't get
NGO,
foundation.
your NGO.
I need money
What's
for
the
them.
name of the NGO, by the
Yes,
way?
it's called the Lolo Initiative. Lolo, like you know,
King.
that queen.
L-O-L-O.
Lolo. What did that one mean? Of course, now that Lolo, but it also means let one lift one, because that's the whole idea.
Let one lift one.
Yes.
Good.
So we don't day up small. Make they try to pull others up. It's as simple as that. So the Lolo Initiative, and the website is called the loloproject.org.
.org.
Yeah.
loloproject.org.
Yes.
Now you thought you want to give shout out to your daughter, your beautiful daughter, please.
My daughter say make I mention her name, or that one won't be start by force. So Naomi, hi.
Hi, Naomi.
Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank
I
you.
know, say, women with the world just want to go actually they're inspired by your strength, by your resilience, and you're not a person where, no matter the circumstances, you're very determined. And we wish you all the best, all the very best. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
As they always talk.
To talk not be bad thing, but making it thing to talk about.
Naomi, we love you.
Thank you so much.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.